Authoritative parenting. Definition: a parenting style that is child-centered and the parents closely interact with their children while maintaining high expectations for behavior and performance, as well as firm adherence to schedules and discipline. Authoritative parents are good at setting limits and boundaries for their children. They're able to create a middle ground that is comfortable for the parent and will make the child as successful as possible. They are able to set good middle ground that is not too constricting or too free. These parents are good at reasoning with their child and helping them emotionally. Example: chores need to be done, but if accentuating circumstances come up, the parent will understand. Authoritative parenting encourages a verbal give and take and explain the consequences of good and bad behavior. If a child is running late in the morning and is not able to empty the dishwasher their parents had instructed them to do, the parents will not absolutely flip over the situation. When the child gets home, they will simply be instructed to empty the dishwasher at that point. The parents may or may not give the child a punishment depending on several factors, including the circumstances, how many times it has happened in the past, and the willingness of the child to fix their mistake. Authoritative parents encourage a verbal give and take with their children and explain the consequences of good and bad behavior. Example continued. When the child is out later than the parents wanted, the parents will understand and will take all the factors into consideration, but will still punish accordingly. Authoritative parents are less likely to control their children through harsh and arbitrary punishments. If a child is out later than the curfew that their parents set for them, authoritative parents will give the child a punishment. The severity of the punishment will be dependent on the conversation between the parents and the child when they get home. Authoritative parents will understand if the child is just a few minutes late because they forgot to watch the clock, but if the child is half an hour late because they were doing bad things with their friends, then the parents will definitely make a much more severe punishment for their child. Example continued. When having a discussion about future college paths, the parents may help guide to the child a path, but will let the child make some decisions for themselves. They want their child to succeed, so they will do what they think is best for the child. When it is time for a child to decide what college to go to, or if they are even going to go to college, there will be a quality discussion between the parents and child. The parents will help the child decide what option is best for the child's future. The parent may step in and help make a decision for the child if they think it will be in the child's best interest. They want to help their child and be successful as possible, so they are more open to different paths than some other parents would be. Effects in life. More influenced by parents and peers, more successful in life, more likely to be independent, self-reliant, socially accepted, academically successful, and well-behaved. More influenced by parents than peers because they value their parents' opinion and advice more than their peers. They trust their parents' advice because it has been proven to be right several times before. Linked with the most successful kids because authoritative parents are grooming their kids to the future and to be as successful as they can. More likely to become independent, self-reliant, socially accepted, academically successful, and well-behaved. Most common in middle class and white families. Promotes secure attachment and protects kids from developing internalized problems. Less likely to report depression and anxiety, and less likely to engage in antisocial behavior such as delinquency and drug use. Less likely to report depression and anxiety, and less likely to engage in antisocial behavior like delinquency and drug use. Authoritative parents are more common in middle-class families and white families.